Hello everyone, welcome back for some more thrift store finds. Amanda's here on the side helping me go through stuff because we have another massive pile of media, mostly DVDs, some other stuff, but tons and tons to go through. If you like this kind of video, another one to buckle up and sit down with your cup of coffee or whatever. Go through the handful of Blu-rays before getting into the mountains of DVDs and all that other stuff. We have Spider-Man 3, the Sam Raimi trilogy. One that, man, this is beautiful. This might end up in our collection because it's embossed and everything with Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. One of these steelbook editions. There's a bunch of different ones. This is a Blu-ray steelbook that was a Target exclusive, this collectible metal pack, but the embossed cover with Indy, that makes me kind of like, wow, that's cool. This is one of my favorite movies ever. So that might end up being for us. Up on Blu-ray, Turbo, Rio 2, Daddy's Home, and I think last time I got a Daddy's Home 2 on Blu-ray, so those will be good to put together, and The Hunters. Then, starting off with all the DVDs, we have Season 1 of The Office, one of the TV Classics collection, some Petticoat Junction episodes, a 5-disc Crusade in the Pacific documentary series, Tyler Perry's Medea's Big Happy Family, Under the Tuscan Sun, The Bachelor, Burlesque, the Sabrina remake with Harrison Ford, Failure to Launch, Kate and Leopold, Love Actually, Runaway Bride, one of my favorite movies, View from the Top, Because I Said So, Night at the Museum, the Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, the second Pirates movie, The Incredibles, Two Brothers, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, the Johnny Depp movie, Open Season, The Land Before Time, another of the second Pirates movies, Curse of the Black Pearl, first one there, Muppet Christmas Carol, Christmas Story, Veggie Tales, the Easter movie, Barnyard, the original Party Animals, the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Toy, the infamous Jackie Gleason and Richard Pryor movie, Old School, Knocked Up, another Knocked Up, The Hangover, a lot of like raunchy comedies, Campaign, Nacho Libre, Stealing Harvard, this Miramax Movies with Soul 6-movie pack collection, Spider-Man 2. They're re-releasing Spider-Man 2 to theaters, I think, at some point, like a longer cut or something like that. I just heard something the other day. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, one of the volumes of The Wiggles, those are always popular, Nim's Island, The Haunted Mansion, Eddie Murphy, another VeggieTales double feature, The Golden Compass, some Mighty Mouse cartoons, a Ben Stiller triple feature collection, it's a pretty decent set, Crazy Heart, The Host, Ladder 49, Act of Valor, Mel Gibson's Apocalypto, Two Towers, American Gangster, G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, I think that's the second one, I believe, King's Speech of those live-action movies, $1 Million Baby, Entrapment, this is a fantastic movie, great movie for lasers. Two of one of the most popular DVDs of all time, that old snapcase of the original Matrix, the one they basically gave away free with the first DVD players back in the day, and PlayStation 2s, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That was a thing when PlayStation 2 first came out. There were a bunch of people that, retailers, or if you bought one, you got the Matrix for free with your PS2. Grudge Match.
That was my first DVD.
That was my first DVD. It was Amanda's first DVD. A lot of people I know, that was their first DVD, that snapper case of the Matrix. It's like a classic release. From the Looney Tunes Superstars collection, Pepe Le Pew. 17 episodes of that. One of the Mythica movies, A Quest for Heroes. The Majestic. The Keanu Reeves, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Tombstone. Valkyrie. Red. Inception, Disturbia. This wasn't terrible. This is one of the weird ones that's like a remake of Rear Window, basically, but it wasn't terrible. I actually remember seeing that one in theaters. Tower Heist, Gladiator, The Bang Bang Club, which my wife thought was the Gangbang Club when she read the title. She's like, what the heck is this movie? The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, another King's Speech, Along Came a Spider, I, Robot, Denise Austin's Personal Training System, Jim Carrey, Man on the Moon, 21, Risky Business, the old snapper case of The Road Warrior, Mad Max, Boogeyman, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Collector's Edition, Skeleton Key, The Greatest Game Ever Played, Black Stallion, it's the complete first season of the TV show version from PBS, First Peoples, and Rise of the Rockets, Elvis, Rare Moments with the King, any of them are on the toilet, Grandmasters of Wrestling, another Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Burt Bacharach's Best, this gingerbread housemaking with the Gingerbread Lady, the expert on gingerbread housemakings, Insidious, It's Complicated, Jackie Evancho, like a concert, How the West Was Won, Safe Haven, the original Italian Job, There's Something About Mary, Special Edition. Did I say the original? I was thinking that's the remake of the Italian Job. I was like, wait a minute, what the heck? Because we have, we'll get to it eventually, the original Italian Job. I was just thinking about that. Home for the Holidays, Two for the Money, New Year's Eve, Jail Party, Civil Action, The Natural, and Alfred Hitchcock, Legend Begins collection, Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 2, The Dark Knight, Rudy, Before Sunset, Mamma Mia, The Last King of Scotland, Courageous, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Bobby Jones. This looks really cool. This Original Hits and Video Clips Mega Hits collection. I Am Legend, Two Towers, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, John Q, a killer 8-pack of action movies, You've Got Mail, Pineapple Express, Sabrina, What a Girl Wants, Along Came Polly, Mission Impossible 3, The Breakup, K-19, Mamma Mia, Gladiator, Righteous Kill, Man on Fire, Iron Man, another Mamma Mia, Hollywood Homicide, 22 Jump Street, Say Anything, No Country for Old Men, another Day the Earth Stood Still, the Keanu Reeves. I never see copies of the original on DVD, like in thrift stores. Never, for some reason. That's been re-released so many times. I have it on Laserdisc. It's really cool. But
Oh, this has the original.
does it include the original on it?
It includes the original.
That's actually pretty cool. Oh yeah, it includes the original. That's weird. I didn't know this. Well, the 2-disc edition did. Man, I was telling me. That's pretty cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, I Love You. Another Pirates of the Caribbean. An 8-movie Western pack. Tiger and Pooh and a Musical 2. Tiger. Why did I say tiger? Did I say tiger?
Yeah.
Sorry, I go through so many different. I go through so many different titles and stuff. It's just like Tiger and Pooh. I was distracted by. Did I say tiger again? I think I'm having a stroke. She's laughing at me over there. I think I'm having a stroke. Tigger.
There you go.
Wonderful thing about Tiggers. That's the Dark Knight. I'm losing my mind. So good. Distracted. Ice Age. Patriot. Breakfast at Tiffany's, V for Vendetta, Passion, Clear and Present Danger, The Ninth Gate, 17 again, Jungle Book 2, Special Edition, another Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, Return to Neverland, this is a cool set, the Aliens Collector's Edition, Starman, Fat Man and Little Boy, Felicity, An American Girl Adventure, Must Love Dogs, Mad Max Fury Road, there it is, The Italian Job, Michael Caine, then we have A Farewell to Arms, Stripes, The Doggo, Horrible Bosses, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, The Jackal, Lost in Translation, Dan in Real Life, the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds, New Moon, part of the Twilight, Shooter, Borat, Fellowship of the Ring, Jackass 2, The Reader, Ray, Notting Hill. And next stack here we have Dracula Untold, The Devil's Rejects, this is the 2-disc collector's edition, Rob Zombie movie, The Paperboy, Sum of All Fears, some Jillian Michaels' Yoga Inferno, March of the Penguins, Independence Day, The Shadow Riders, White Christmas, 88 Minutes, Green Mile, Deadly Down Under, an in-depth look at Australia's most venomous creatures. The Haunting, I always thought this was super underrated. This primetime television classic suspense theater episodes, interesting. Tooth Fairy, Michael Jackson's This Is It, from National Geographic, Brain Games, A Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Nightmare Before Christmas, The Reckoning, Altered, 7 Pounds, Sound of Thunder, Caddyshack, and Elf, Anchorman, Charlie Wilson's War, Good Night, Good Luck, The Switch, Goodfellas, Malibu's Most Wanted, another Michael Jackson's This Is It, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, the old snapper case, that's pretty cool, Da Vinci Code, Beerfest, The Aristocats, Intro to Hair Color, Pitch Perfect 2, Ladder 49, Stephen King's Sleepwalkers, Troy, 13 Going on 30, The Jazz Singer, not the original, the Neil Diamond, Crash, Home Alone, original Twilight, Knocked Up with a different cover than I'm typically see. It's really Knocked Up, Before Sunset, Gabriel and the Mountain, Black Beauty, Pit Pony, a double feature with Kidnapped and The Prince and the Pauper, Dumb and Dumber, and a weird little collection of like Jesus stuff written in stone, House of David, Light of the World, God, a bunch of that kind of, just like a weird little collection of those. That's it for the DVDs, kind of, because then there's also a handful of these DVD games, which these are just bizarre. This was a weird, in case you're too young to know, there's a weird period of time where they would release on just normal DVDs, you could put in any DVD player, some like actual games, or like video games they didn't need a console for. I actually have a Tomb Raider one that's really cool, and a Xena Warrior Princess one, where it was kind of either like the old Dragon's Lair, that type of thing, where it was time button presses, or you make choices, so they were very simplistic video games, so you could just play them on a DVD player. And there are a bunch of original ones which are really cool and getting harder to find these days, and then a few things like this Madagascar Animal Trivia DVD game, which you could just, based on some properties that are famous at the time, this Rainbow Adventure DVD game, which looks like some kind of like a weird drug trip. Like, this is just bizarre. So that's something interesting. And a handful of more kind of video game related stuff. We have Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince on the Wii, and a steelbook of one of the Hitman games on Xbox One. Or no, actually, this is not. This is a show. This is the complete first season. But what the heck is? But I'm pretty sure it's an Xbox One game. I have no idea. I don't know anything. The only Hitman game I know about is like the very first one. So, a weird one. We'll check that one out. And this is really cool. Amanda was with me this morning. She found, based on that really famous alien autopsy video that was going around years ago when we were growing up, Beyond Roswell, the alien autopsy film, Area 51, and the U.S. government cover-up of UFOs. This is a CD for like Windows 95, 98 that has all kinds of footage and information. It's just kind of an interesting oddity. I thought that was pretty cool find. And then, speaking of that age of Windows, this This was awesome because it's still completely brand new sealed. Microsoft Windows 98 upgrade for users of Windows 3.1 and Windows 95. Takes you back in time. Having a completely sealed operating system like that, that is pretty awesome. Then a few VHS before we get into the other stuff. We have Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom. Some Rugrats, which is cool, including a couple of the orange Nickelodeon classic stuff. I love that. Dr. Tommy Pickles, Decade in Diapers, and Rugrats Halloween. Samson and Sally, Song of the Whales. And from the Play-Doh series, Dodo Island Adventures. And then on the audio side of things, we have this hits from the movies, 30 hits from movie smashes of the 1990s. So that's really cool. It's cool, especially because it's more specific, because a lot of those, the hits from movies, is just the same, like 5 or 6 like classic movies. This is cool. It's all 90s movies. So that's a pretty interesting one. Even it's like GoldenEye, interesting Lion King, all kinds of Four Weddings and a Funeral, all kinds of stuff like that. Some George Jones, and a couple of these CDs of The Inspirations. A couple of cassettes with On Eagle's Wings. Emmylou Harris, a vocal band. Cowboys and Sweethearts, the Wildwood Girls. Mark Willis, and some Dancing with Frosty. Now on to the books. We have some Orson Scott Card with Shadows in Flight, the Six Gun Tarot, a Star Trek book, the Genesis Wave Book 1, Curse of the Blue Tattoo, Picnic, Hidden, and some kids books, some Mercer Mayer, Flight of the Unicorn, Choose Your Own Adventure, some Dear America, Infinity Ring, one of the Time Machine books, Time Machine 20, Bound for Australia, that's pretty cool. Another Choose Your Own Adventure with Blood on the Handle, Return to Holiday Inn, Left Behind, some little golden books, and earlier ones, we have a bunch of Bunnicula. Some more classic little golden books, some Mickey Girl Talk, I don't see those very often anymore. Magic Treehouse, Curious George, the Homework Caper, this is a pretty interesting one, and this is a cool vintage one, the Space Witch. Thought that was nice. So that was everything from today. Another crazy good morning, especially those piles upon piles of DVDs. It was awesome. Yeah, if you missed last week, there was another video that was even crazier with like tons of Seal Collector's Edition Blu-rays. So lots to dig into here. A bunch of movies that we're going to even put in like on our watch pile to watch ourselves. So definitely a successful morning.